The search for survivors continues in Indonesia today amid new warnings that more dangerous waves could hit Java's western coast. This is new drone footage showing more of the devastation. Many homes have been washed away, farmland flooded, and key infrastructure destroyed. The volcano that set off Saturday's deadly tsunami is still erupting, and there are fears it could trigger another disaster. Devianti Farid is a freelance reporter in Indonesia, and we've reached her in Jakarta for the latest. Devianti, thanks for joining us. What can you tell us today?
Well, the death toll is around 430 people as of today, 1,495 people injured, around 159 missing, and over 22,000 people displaced due to the tsunami. The worst hit area is a popular tourist area called the Carita Beach. And in Indonesia, the western Java, there are several resort areas, and many of them, which I had been to, was very hard hit by the tsunami.
I understand you've been to one of the areas hit by the tsunami. Tell us what you saw.
Well, I saw a lot of buildings and bungalows that were just heavily damaged. It was collapsed in, the roofs just fell. Some of the buildings, the walls had even collapsed. I can see the foundation. I walked along the beach and saw a lot of debris. Lots of cars were left behind. The tsunami had lifted the cars up, and even a bus was washed inland for about 500 meters near from the parking area located near the shore. So it was really a very sad experience just walking through the shore, because I had stayed in one of those resorts 10 years ago, and I visited it just yesterday, the Mutiara Carita Resort, and it was just damaged. I saw sniffer dogs with canine police unit trying to discover the bodies that are trapped under the rubble. And I had spoken to the search and rescue officials, and they realized that they're racing against time, because they only have 3 days. Survivors have only 3 days before, most likely, it's not a rescue effort. It's more of just searching dead bodies. So they are racing against time. Just recently, Indonesia's meteorology, climatology, and geophysics agency had announced that the public should refrain from going to the beach. They've announced that they should refrain from going to 500 meters to 1 kilometer from the shoreline. The agency also had installed a tsunami warning system for the surrounding coastal areas, 3 sensors on southern tip of Sumatra and 3 in the western tip of Java. Those are the 2 badly affected areas by the tsunami. And there is still minor tectonic activity coming from Anak Krakatau volcano. It's still erupting. When I was there, I can still hear the thunders sounds coming from the eruptions. And it was cloudy. Heavy rains and strong winds have been hampering search and rescue efforts. So that's another challenge, apart from the imminent danger if there is a huge volcanic eruption or any kind of seismic activity that could possibly trigger another tsunami.